Every year, thousands of new fashion trends end up on our For You page, and they're cute, they're cheap, and they're very easy to buy. It's almost automatic now. With one click, you can purchase these clothes, and within a couple of days, they end up on your doorstep. But behind this tiny price tag is a reality some of us may never see. They're destroying the environment, underpaying workers, and they're making us buy more than what we need. And we start to think less and less of where our clothes are actually coming from. This topic matters because the clothes that we're casually tossing away are leaving huge amounts of pollution, harmful chemicals, and a lot of waste. According to the United Nations Environment Program, fast fashion industries are responsible for over 10% of global emissions and 10% of global water waste. That's more than international flights and cargo shipping combined. So today I will be talking about three things: how fast fashion harms the environment, how it exploits underpaid workers, and the changes we can make to be better about this problem. Let's talk about the environmental impact because it's huge and honestly very harmful. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, Americans throw away over 11 million tons of textile waste every single year. That's shirts, jackets, jeans, socks, everything. And they don't fully break down, and they release harmful chemicals and dyes into the soil for decades. On top of that, all of these fast fashion clothes are made out of polyester, which is a form of plastic. So when we're washing our clothes, these microplastics are going into the water and down the drain, and the drains are leading to the oceans, which the marine life are actually ingesting, and they end up in our own body systems. And I'll be honest here, I have contributed to a part of this problem. I have bought clothes from these fast fashion industries to fulfill shopping needs, and I threw them out after they shrunk or they were damaged, and I didn't realize the harmful impact I was also making. But environmental impact is only half of this problem. The other half is these underpaid and exploited employees. Behind every cheap shirt that is made is a real person making them. And they're working long hours with a very low pay wage. The Clean Clothes campaign reports that many of these workers are making less than $100 a month, which is not enough to survive, especially in countries where the cost of living is rising. These factories have unsafe working conditions. They're very crowded, they have poor ventilation and outdated machinery, and people are punished for missing quotas or not showing up for work. Some of these people are even bringing their children because they can't afford childcare. When I learned about this, I felt really bad because I have been purchasing from companies that support doing this. So yes, the planet will suffer and workers will suffer, but there is something we can do about this problem. My solution isn't giving up shopping entirely, it's just shopping with more awareness. And you don't necessarily have to buy from these other expensive clothing brands. According to the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, extending the life of clothing by 9 months reduces environmental footprint by 20 to 30%. That means just wearing what you already own greatly reduces the amount of emissions we can release into the environment. Shopping secondhand is also another powerful option. Their stores, vintage shops, and resale apps are greatly reducing the textile waste that we're releasing, and it also lowers the demand for new clothes and new trends, and you save money on these items. I've actually started thrifting myself, and I found very good clothing at secondhand stores, and it's a good way to make a difference. I'm contributing to making less waste emissions into the world. Also, buying fewer, higher quality clothing is another way to make a difference. These clothes are made with better materials and will last way longer than these cheap clothings that we keep buying. So now that we've gone through impacts and solutions, let's bring everything all together. Today I talked about the harmful consequences of buying from fast fashion industries and how it hurts the environment. I also talked about the exploitation of the workers that work within these factories. I brought solutions, which were buying secondhand and buying more luxurious, higher-end clothings that will last longer to help reduce the emissions and the global water waste. Just like trends come and go every week, the clothes that we buy that are made cheaply do not come and go. They do not disintegrate within the ground, and they release harmful chemicals into the air, into the water, into the soil, and the microplastics that are used to create these clothes will end up in our food systems, in our water systems, and in our air. So it's very important that we take care of the environment. So next time you see something from your favorite TikToker or you see an ad on YouTube, just make sure that you're not buying, because it's not sustainable. It causes great harm, and there's someone working in a factory, maybe in a third world country, that is not living a luxurious life where they can buy a $7 shirt for a cheaper price.